Hello, welcome to my channel. This time I'm going to be making the welding torch from the movie Aliens, and I'm making this from scratch. As you can see, I've made a quick sketch and I'm going to transfer this now to a PVC board. This is not going to be movie accurate as I've not taken any measurement from the original props. For myself, I just need it to be a passable prop. Once that's done, I cut it out and then I measure and cut again until I have 4 sections. This is so they can be stacked together to create one solid block. PVC board comes with a protective film which needs removing first, and then I can stick the layers together using super glue. I first pour on the super glue, then using a cotton wool bud I spread it out a little bit. And then I can start sticking the layers together. Glue accelerant to speed up the process. Before long, all 4 pieces are in place. And now for the difficult part, cutting it out. PVC board is very easy to cut, but when you increase the layer thickness, you have to make multiple passes to cut through. This is quite a time consuming process, so to take my time and make sure I get the job done right. Because unfortunately there are no shortcuts. Now that the basic shape has been cut out, I can use the grinding stone on the Dremel to start forming its shape. And now to carve away the grips for the fingers. This bottom section needs to be rounded, so for this I use a file. Here I go back to adding details to the grips. It's taking shape nicely, but there's still a long way to go. I need to add a button, so I'm going to use this cast off and shape it out. I simply cut it out with a blade and then round it off with a Dremel. So I'll keep the speed quite low so that I don't tear my fingers apart. In the end, I actually swapped this button for a smaller one and I placed this on the side instead. And now out of this offcut I'm going to make another piece. I just need to draw the rough shape so that I can cut it out later. At this point my Japanese wood saw arrived. PVC has a similar density to wood, so it cuts with ease. I cut out another small button out of offcuts, and then I sanded it smooth using a sanding sponge. I don't think that's too bad considering it was all done by hand. I keep on drawing then cutting out all the other pieces. Then I trace the piece for the opposite side. And now I'm cutting out the switch for the side. This is PVC pipe cement. This works on PVC board just as well as pipes and will actually weld both pieces together. I repeat the process for the other side. And now to add the grooves for the switch. I achieved this by cutting a V shape. And that fits nicely. And now I need to add some side pieces to help build up the thickness of the arm. And then I get them glued on. Feels good in the hand. Now to start shaping out the top section. I found this pencil torch online, which is about the right shape and size for what I need. Right, let's make a hole. Just have to be careful here. Just keep going and that hole will get bigger. And then I use a hand file to neaten the edges. And now for a test fit of the torch. Here I'm just carefully making an indent in the button. It is hard to see on camera, but it is there. And this is where it belongs on the welder. Now to glue on the switch. Here I'm cutting out a V-shaped groove for for the screw head. And now to glue it in place. And now I'm cutting out a piece which will go on the back of the welder. And now to add the side button. I have two tiny buttons to add to the rear. Here I'm cutting out the frame for the top. Now to glue it all together. I have a quick test fit before doing any more gluing. The perspex for the visor was quite tough, so I had to use the cutting bit on the Dremel. I do a little bit of trimming off camera to make sure it fits perfectly. Here I'm drilling a tiny peg hole to add some strength when I attach the frame. I do the same underneath the frame. And you can see that the peg is now in place, so that the frame will now stick on without any problems. Milliput is a two-part epoxy. I'm going to use this to fill in some gaps and to secure the torch in place. Once it's thoroughly mixed together, I can form any shape I need. Using a little bit of water, I can push it down into the cracks. I use this sculpting tool to get in where my fingers can't reach. And now to add the piece which is going to support the torch. With the torch in place, I need to finish moulding the milliput around it. Once the milliput has dried, I file down all the excess. And now on to painting everything black. This will need at least 2 coats. Once that's dry, I use a silver sharpie to paint on the paint chips. This will make the prop look like it's been used and therefore add to its believability. We just have to seal it in with a matte sealer and then we're almost finished. I've got the tinted acrylic for the welding glass ready, so I just need to super glue it in place. Once it's pressed in, I leave it to dry. Then I peel off the protective film and it's completely finished now. I've wanted to make this prop for many years and I'm so glad that I finally finished it. Now to check see if it works. I'm cheating here with a bit of movie magic. This is actually an indoor safe sparkler that I'm just following. But it looks good though, don't you agree? This PVC board is brilliant for making props out of. So I'm now going to have a think to myself, see what else I can make. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.